Welcome, D&D, your sort of Dungeons & Dragons podcast. I am not your host because there are many hosts, but we're back with another episode, but I am your bard, your local bard. So we're back with episode 111, and
Ooh, 111.
that's pretty exciting
Only
because
time it ever happens.
that's an angel number thing going on there. So if your angel numbers are 111, you just won nothing. But we are back.
Okay. Something about star signs. All right.
Just kidding.
What? Yes, this is Barely D&D. This is episode 111. The editor question for today is, if I understand correctly, let me know if I'm wrong. If your character was a star in our modern real world, what would their fans be like? Also, who is the DM NPC?
I think it's got to
demon.
be Tello.
I feel like I have to side with Jackie because I feel like since this is party, if your character, I don't know, it feels
Okay.
like right to
Tello
have
it
a whole
is.
party.
So to start with Ro, what would
Okay.
Ro's fans be like in the real world?
Her fan. I'm gonna literally take this from mine and Landon's old band, but I think her fandom would be called the Rovolution. What? Well, you don't like that? What? What
Okay,
is
so
that
we have the
noise?
Rovolution.
And
No,
they
it's
would
really
be you're so rude. And they would be all about her music, and they would also be really probably super political, and if anyone talked about the Kefkins online, all the Revolution would just be on it, they'd be like, no, they're very, that's why it's also Revolution, because they're it's political and okay, fine,
Always
whatever.
wildly speculating about
question.
whoever Ro was going out with or
Oh,
something.
definitely.
Sorry,
They're
what were you saying,
and then
Greta?
they'd be subtweeting the king. They'd be trying to set them up, and they'd be the king and Jackie and or Ro. Freudian slip.
Freudian slip.
Okay.
Raccoon. All right. Greta?
I think that Greta would kind of have a little cult following. Not an actual
Yep.
cult.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit. I think that it would be not famous, and she's not super popular, but there are
She's kinda gassy.
in the way I'm trying to think of. She's just a small group of people know about her, and they write letters about her.
She's
and
an
they
indie
exchange. Kind of. She's she's a weird writer who doesn't it's a bunch of information goblins she is, and they just they find some of her notebooks maybe, or they hear about her, and it's a bunch of nerds who are wow, the biggest nerd, but they're also all weird and crusty like her. Maybe there's a couple fancy rich people who are wow, look at the little lady that is smart, and they're her little. She's their little. They're
Okay. Craig?
I'd say pre-growth Craig with Joe Rogan fans.
Yep.
Joe Rogan would be your fan base?
Joe
I mean,
Rogan
honestly,
would be
probably,
the only
yeah.
fan.
Post Craig. See, this
Pre-growth
is
Craig
what's
would probably be
difficult.
on the podcast. Probably be on the Joe Rogan experience.
Ryan Gosling. That's a good. Yeah, Ryan Gosling fans.
What?
Okay.
Ryan,
Deeply lost on what that
I
means.
am too.
well, you know how everyone is Ryan Gosling is him kind of a thing.
Is who?
Sure.
Is him.
I don't
Timothy,
know
it's
what you
him.
mean. I'm sorry.
What you're saying is
What?
when Craig was on the Joe Rogan podcast, Ryan Gosling was him fans?
Yeah, I get that.
That's what I've gotten so far.
I don't
Everything else has been
understand.
conversations with Abby away
no.
from the mic. I'm real lost.
She gets it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Post growth, like emotional
Ryan
development.
Gosling fans. Okay.
Ryan Gosling fans.
With it. Bazz.
So Bazz, I think, has two options. The first one would be just a giant army of pet sticks that he's animated. Awakened.
All right.
Awakened. Or inadvertently, a lot of anti-vaxxers.
Oh no.
I feel like because they probably
Oh,
hear him be like,
no.
"Oh, he's a hippy dippy druid.
Yeah, crunchy
Guy.
vegans.
He's a crunchy man. He gets his power from nature."
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I think crunchy. He'd have a crunchy fan base. That's what he would have.
Big
They'd
Fs
be
in the chat.
crunchy. Yeah.
Our DM is left, so I'm in charge now.
And I feel like Bazz would be like,
I realized the
Bazz would
camera
be
was
like,
off.
I don't know what a vax is. I don't know.
I don't know what a vax is.
I'll have it in critical role. But okay, so
No.
for Tello,
Haha.
or
That's funny.
Tello's fandom be like, honestly, I just feel like Tello pre-discovering himself and maturing, like post-discovering and maturing Tello, I feel like would just be like really like a small YouTube channel
Soldier
about a guy
fans.
on a growth, like on a journey to like find himself. And so it's just like a bunch of other, it's like a small community of dudes being like, yeah, it is okay to cry. And
Would
then
they be the baguettes?
the
Yeah.
baguettes.
And
But
he would
then
always end his
pre-growth
YouTube
Tello-
videos. Like, we
pre-growth
hold
Tello
baguette.
would definitely just be like a clout barber who's like always showing off like the hairs he's cut. It's just a bunch of bros talking about how clean the lines are, and he's just hopping on whatever the trend is that week. And then every once in a while, it's videos of him backflipping and like wearing different fashion stuff. So
I
it'd
love
be whoever's
that.
attracted to that. All right,
I'd
which is-
subscribe.
half my students. Okay, so. Ready to get into it for the note-taking nerds. This is how episode 111 of the Accidental Adventures, which is deeply satisfying.
Mhm.
Episode 111, House of Pain.
House of Pain.
Easy enough. What did you
It is
originally have
level
this
11.
episode name as?
It's like something like Warmer Hearts. I really didn't know what you guys were doing exactly in Unsen. It's a big guessing game. So I just temporarily named the file that because I didn't know where it was going.
Should we invite
so-
Score to the House of Pain and just have the showdown here?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yo, meet me in the manufacturing
No.
district.
Let's take this outside.
So Rose said, "I want to see some collateral damage." So this is episode 111 at level 11. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Of the Accidental
Whoa.
Adventures. And
Whoa.
the date is 3488. Police Butter. Caladron. It's still just barely 32. I'm not them. And without further ado, fungies. Use 'ems in the tavern.
It's a tavern.
Is that playing? Well, no, not a tavern. But you are in this structure. So, where you all pass through the large wooden sliding door, I would like somebody to give me. I'm going to describe the building. So the building is in rough shape. The roof on one side, it's like 200 feet long, the building, and then like maybe 100 feet wide. It's a big like hangar. And not I mean, I say hangar because that's like an applicable structure. It's like a massive storing silo, but not like a tubular one, like a giant structure. And it's all coarse stone along the bottom, and the floor is incredibly smoothed, very smoothed, to the point that like it was clearly like set stones, but the etchings have all been smoothed away from them to the point that like you can only see like the indentations in the stone. There's not even a groove anymore, and the walls are all heavily worn And this at the left side, there's also another massive wooden sliding door, and then at the far side in the back, there's another wooden sliding door, but not on the right side, where it faces toward the street. And the roof, sort of like in the middle to the right, it just has a giant caved-in hole where the wooden beams have collapsed inward and have been moved out. And like old wood shingles are just hanging in, degrading. It must rain just straight in here sometimes. But the floor is dry, and the room is just like barren of their other architectural feature. This place is clearly intended for storage. That's it. And the furniture of the room is all repurposed. It's all discarded crates, opened up barrels are overturned for like chairs, spools intended for like wheat gathered into bales are like overturned for tables. The bar is nothing but a series of crates laid over next to each other, and there's broken crates full of hay that like drinks are being pulled out of in bottles that are not cooled. Like this place is very just like what's here. There are rats darting around in corners. There's torches hanging on the wall, but not in like sconces, not in settings. They've just been jammed into gaps in the stonework and the wood, and they're burning there. And the place smells. There's probably hard liquor here, but there is a lot of just cheap mead and beer, and it smells like it. These are all obvious features, but there are three great characteristics that stand out. The stone of the place, up to about 10 feet up on the wall, all along the floor, especially on the floor, but also along the walls, has long scrape patterns, not like claws, not in directions, all smooth and linear, especially the floor. And all of it has a thin white film, hard, and it crunches slightly under the foot. And in places, it's clearly like absorbed what's been spilled onto it, like different drinks are like in brown patches, even some red smears, but it's all like this thin white film over the ground. And then the entire like southern half of the building, more than half, is just this indented drop down into the floor that's like a 6-foot drop, and then just a lower floor that matches the rest of the structure where the stone goes down a little into the ground. And at each corner of that lowered area in which no one is standing and everyone is gathered around, there are these large erected metal poles with gems at the top. You all don't need to make a check. You recognize, and the gems are like heavily set into the metal and bound around, and there's runes carved into it. You guys recognize a comparable structure, and everyone here is proficient in Arcana, except for maybe Tello. So everyone recognizes immediately. This has an abjurative force field, so that whatever goes on inside doesn't get out, just like in the Blood Bowl. So that makes sense. Magic must be permitted here, or at least people throw knives and bolts. If someone wants, they can make a history check as to what's up with the indentation in the floor and the white marks everywhere. If you're proficient in
Can
history.
more than one? Oh, what?
You have to be proficient in history.
Or if your modifier's above 5, say.
Okay.
It's not me.
5 or
If I'm
above.
proficient in rumors.
I'll take rumors
it's
proficiency.
24.
Okay.
I got a 17.
And I'm gonna say that Greta is taking notes of everything that she sees and notices, like obsessively, more so than she ever has.
You are the only person in here in a book, and based on people in the room who you probably shouldn't judge, but could make some snap judgments about, you probably half this room probably can't read. So as you're looking around, it dawns on you, Greta, oh, this is a salt silo. Salt in great refined structures would have been stored here a long time ago. And it's like so much of it's chipped away over the years over how, like, this thing must have been used like crazy because the floor is worn away by the salt stones that were dragged across it. And so, this is why it's called the House of Pain. Because once you're in the fighting ring, if a wound opens and you fall down, all the salt gets in your wound and burns.
Salt and wounds.
Yeah, this is why it's called the House of Pain.
That's awesome.
And the place is pretty well filled. There's a lot of bustling and talking, but you guys get immediate looks. People start making the way as you walk through. People can tell that these are possible contenders very clearly as you walk around the space. You all have entered. What are you doing?
Is there
I'm
like
trying,
a... Oh. I was
I'm
just
trying
going
to
to ask,
figure out
is
where
there...
I can fight at, or if there's like a place to like sign up or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a clear ring in that indented area in the floor with the abjurative poles around it. You're not seeing any clear sign-up spots, but give me either a perception or an investigation check to try and find something. And then, Ro, what are you looking for?
I was kind of looking for the same thing, but my thought was like, is there a specific bar? Because I feel like I would go talk to the bartender.
I mean, there is definitely just some crates over, like, that people are both leaning on, sitting at, and leaning over, and also that are being opened to have liquor pulled out of. And there is a barkeep over there distributing things. You could go speak over there.
Yeah,
So you'll head that way. Bazz, what'd you get? Oh, sorry. Okay. You got a 15?
Yeah.
More than enough. Bazz, you can see that there is a full-blood Yuan-Ti woman, a Yuan-Ti anathema, which is actually not a term you're familiar with. I'm just communicating that to Landon, the player, but there is a woman who do be a big old snake. So the bottom half of her body is just a giant snake from the waist down, going back like 20 feet. And the top of her body is heavily scaled. Only her right arm is skin and flesh in a dark brown, and the rest of her is covered in scales. And the scales go down the right side of her shoulder. And her left arm is not only scaled, but like thicker and more muscular and stronger. And the back of her neck, where the base of her skull meets the neck, that like scaled skin expands slightly down to her traps. So her silhouette just looks like she has the buffest traps in the world. But when you get close to her, it's like a hood that goes down from her head of scales. And she's like this like deep green and brown with this complex dappling pattern that actually kind of breaks up and doesn't hold evenly down her skin as if it's not naturally formed. And her face is like elongated and piercing, and her incisors are longer and sharpened, and she has very reptilian eyes. And she has on her left arm that's muscular, there's this tight like metal gauntlet with these 3 gemstones encrusted into it and runes indented around it. And then she has a couple rings on the left hand, and then she has like a sort of like really short saber at her side, and then she has like a baldric around her, a leather strap going diagonally across her, but instead of being sheathed with weapons, it's covered in leather pouches for money. And she has a tome hanging from one side on a metal chain. She's going around the room and speaking with people and collecting amounts and distributing. Someone says something rude and she hisses at them, and they like back down and hand over some money. And she's going around the room speaking with patrons. So you gather she's probably the person running the show and maybe controlling the funds. And there's some rough characters in here. As you guys are walking through, two guys get in a fight and knock each other over tables, start beating each other. And the larger fellow knocks the other one to the ground, wrestles him, starts beating him over the face, then beats him over the face, knocks him out, keeps hitting him. Okay, that might turn into a murder. It is bad in here. But nobody is giving her any crap. People are staying clear. So Bazz, you're headed toward her. Ro, you head toward the bar where Gretta follows. And as you get there, the individual at the bar is this tiny, bright blue with yellow, like sort of splotches all over grung fellow. He's a little poison dart frog man. And he has these little like amphibious whiskers hanging off of his mouth, like kind of like catfish fronds, that look kind of like a mustache. And he's got these heavy spectacles that make his gigantic eyes look giganticer. They just take up the entire lens on each side. These black void eyes that have no pupils. And he's walking around in this little coat, and he has these thick leather gloves on, and he's handing out drinks to people. And he is like, he's speaking, but every third word is a curse. And he's just rainbow language all up and down, just painting people with insults, and they're hideous. But some of the insults, the word that he gets out that aren't cursing, that we won't do on this recording, are all just really creative insults. Like at one person, he says, "If your tone of voice was any sweeter than a sow's fart, I might look you in the eyes, but I'd vomit. Take your drink and leave." He's just accosting customers and selling drinks. So Ro will lead in with your... Oh, and Craig, are you doing anything in this space?
I'm gonna say that Craig is definitely interested in getting to know people at the bar. He's not necessarily drinking, because you said people, not the bar, but like where the guy's handing out drinks. He's like going up
Okay,
and like
yeah.
asking
So
questions.
you're also with Ro and Greta.
Yeah.
Okay. So Bazz, we'll get to you in a second because there's an obvious character interaction there. But Ro, as you and Greta head over the bar, who wants to be first to interact here?
I can.
Okay.
If Greta doesn't want
Get
to.
in there. So he's handing out drinks and like collecting tabs. At one point, some guy over the bar goes, "I gotta listen to you, short stack." And the grung guy pulls off his glove and goes, "That's fine." Reaches up, grabs his arm and squeezes it. And then the guy goes and freezes, and all the veins pulse out on his arms. He goes, he like vomits a little out of his mouth and falls over onto the ground convulsing. The grung guy climbs over the counter, pulls a coin pouch out, pulls out a couple coins, takes out a couple extra, puts the bag back on the guy, and then he looks at the bag, looks around at everybody, goes, just tosses it to someone else in the tavern who grabs it. Two people start fighting over it. He climbs back across the bar, puts the glove back on, and goes, "All right, Gilliful, what do you want?"
Just beer is fine. Just anything you
Okay.
got.
We have good and bad.
Give me the good.
Okay. Good luck. And
Okay.
he turns behind him, opens a corked flask, and holds up this tankard that looks beat to crap. Oh, that has like cracks in it. And he just and he fills it. And he restops it and hands it to you. And he goes, "That'll be 3 copper."
I hand him a silver.
And he goes, "Okay, I like you." Puts it away in the pouch. And he says, "If you got to puke, do it outside." Or I don't care. And he hands you the tankard. Do you say anything else, or he's moving quickly?
Yeah, I
He's a
just
man
ask
on a
I say, who do I talk to about fighting around here?
The snake lady. Okay, next. And he looks over at Craig. "You want anything?" "You, shiny."
Yeah. I want something. I want your opinion.
Okay, you
I
want
want
a
your
drink, or
opinion.
am I gonna paralyze you?
No, I'm just curious. From your experience of working here, who do you think out of all these people are gonna win, and would you put money on it?
All right. And he just turns away from you, Craig.
And I'll get a drink too. For your
He turns
answer.
back. "Okay, do you want good or bad?"
I want good. Wait, what's your definition? Please don't
Okay.
get me drunk.
Turns around, grabs a tankard, fills up the
Please
receptacle,
don't.
hands it to you. 3 copper.
Thanks. What do you? Can I get your answer though?
Are you gonna pay me, or am I gonna paralyze you?
Yes. Wait. Here you go.
Craig, do you
Can I
give
get your
him
answer
money
though? Yes.
from your inventory?
Yes.
In what amount? Because you just made a motion of handing me something. I don't know what that means.
Okay. No. Wait.
You're good. You have it.
I give him. I say I'll give you a little extra if you give me your answer.
Oh my goodness. I think you're gonna win. All right, pay me,
I'm
please.
not, because I'm not playing. Dude, I'm being serious.
I'm
I'll
being
give you-
serious. I'm sure I can find someone in here to kill you. Are you gonna pay me, or what's the deal here?
Oh my goodness. Silver. 1 silver.
Okay, he takes
Please?
it. All right.
Please?
Somebody put something poisonous in his drink. Okay, and he puts it away in a pouch and walks away. Just,
Okay.
I mean, he's not
That
a
guy's
nice
not
guy.
fun.
No, he's mean.
I also don't drink.
And-
Greta, do you want this? Okay.
Craig, this gigantic guy leans over next to you and goes, "Hey, if you don't want it, I'll take it. I like it. I'll take it. I'll be a friend.
I care about your well-being. No.
I'll tell you that you're gonna win the fights."
That's not what I want to hear, because I'm not.
He just like sits down on the barrel next to you and goes, "Well, buddy, what do you want to hear? You're so shiny."
What do you want, dude?
You know when, like, there's like that posh, privileged fellow who's wearing a polo who looks like he belonged in golf, walks into a room where there's a bunch of, like, men who are, like, gruff and stuff, you know? That's
What's
how
a
I feel. I
golf?
feel like the boy in the posh polo.
"What are you talking about, dude? You look so cool. You're so shiny."
I'm gonna go roll in some dirt. I'll
Do
be
you
back.
ever have a dream where you could that you could? Okay, and then Greta, the grung fellow walks over to you and goes, "Okay, what do you? Oh, Hello. What would you like?
Hello.
He likes Gretta.
Do you have any bread?
No, but
Do you want some bread?
sure, yeah, whatever you got.
And I lean in and I whisper, good or bad?
I see what you're doing. Good.
I give him one of my good honey loaves.
Okay, you pull it out, and he goes, whoa. And he just opens
You
up his
got any
mouth a little bit,
fish?
and his tongue. And he just and he goes, I got some bugs.
Okay. Bug sandwich might be good. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna go now.
Hold on. Are you single?
Yeah.
Okay, I like older women. You want to do something, or I get off at 4 a.m.
I'll be asleep by then. I'm old and I sleep a lot.
Okay, come back
Nice to
by
meet
if you
you,
want a
though.
good time. All right, okay, bye.
I have to kill him now.
That's how many fingers he has. And then he turns back towards someone and keeps talking. Okay, Bazz.
He's a turkey.
Bazz, you walk up to the serpentine lady, and she turns and she just she finishes with the person in front of you, and you see the person who walks up to her is this muscular woman, tall, lean. She has an axe in her hand. The blade has been broken off of, and she is beat through crap. And she just leans in and says, I can't. It's the second one I've lost this one. The auntie woman just leans in and says, pay or die. And so the woman just, I gotta make rent. And the auntie woman just puts a hand on a hilt, and the really large human woman just nods and hands over a bag. Some tears roll down her face, and then she turns around and walks out of the building. And the auntie woman turns to you. Yes, you.
I want to fight. This is my first time here. What's the what's this place's deal? How does this work?
I summon something. You fight it. We have 3 fights left tonight.
I'll jump on that. What kind of stuff can you summon?
Do you want to fight in bad, worse, or worst?
Let's do worst.
Excellent. Now, I'm not responsible for what happens to you. Understood?
Yeah, that's okay.
Excellent. This is the deal. And she pulls out a little dagger from the only part of the oh my goodness, I just named the leather strap that goes across. Baldric. She pulls out a little dagger and she cuts her palm. At this section with the scales are heavily scarred.
Blood
She
oath.
cuts it and she says, this is the deal. You win. You take 10%. You lose. You get nothing.
How much is... Okay, can I do an insight check to see if this is a fair deal or if she's trying to play me for being a beginner?
Sure. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. That's not what she says. She says, if you win, you pay 10%. If you lose, you pay 1. That's what she says.
Wait, if I win, I pay 10%. If I lose...
No, gain. Oh my goodness, Landon, I'm having a seizure and I'm sorry. If you win, you gain 10%. If you
Okay.
lose, you pay 1. So sorry.
Pay 1%.
So sorry. That's what she says.
What does
She doesn't
pay
say anything
1
else.
mean? What does pay 1 mean?
1%.
1%. 1%
Of the bets, I guess.
of the pot. Yeah, of the bets.
Yeah.
Okay. How much is the pot normally?
It varies. You find out when you lose
Okay.
or when you win.
I got a 21.
But don't worry. Half of the people who lose die and don't need to
No.
pay.
22.
She's not trying to deceive you. This is genuinely how it works.
Oh, okay.
She
cool.
seems very straightforward.
I shake her hand.
Okay. She hands you the knife first.
I cut my hand and I shake it.
Okay. As you do, the green blood pours out, and when she shakes your hand, Bazz, your hands sting. And she goes, and she pulls her hand back. Some of her blood is smoking and evaporating.
Whoa.
And she goes, all right. And she resheathes her dagger. You're in.
Hey.
Do you want to be announced or no?
Yeah, you can announce me.
As.
Oh, you can call me Bazz. Just Bazz.
All right. She turns away. And immediately runs into Ro, who's walking up to her.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I figured I saw Landon there. Or
Yeah.
Bazz there. I didn't see Landon there.
Do you want to fight?
She looks over at Bazz.
We could fight together. Could we fight?
Wait, could we
first
fight together? Could we fight as a duo?
We could still take 10%.
We're used to fighting together. Yeah, we'll still do the. What if we did 15%?
No,
for both
Ro,
of us?
come on, that's not cool.
Cool.
This is how it works.
Well, if it would be 20% if both of us won.
Bazz, you watch as her
No.
left hand lazily drifts to the hilt of her blade, and she says, worst fights alone.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to fight in bad or worse?
I'll do. Wait, DM. Can I look over to the pit? It's like a pit or
Mhm.
whatever, right?
Yeah.
Is there? I remember at the Blood Bowl there were clerics or guards there in case someone got hurt. That's
seeing
not
any
there
of that.
this time. Yeah, that's what I figured. I think Ro didn't fight in the Blood Bowl, so Ro's gonna she's gonna say, I'll do the bad for now. After she looks over at the stuff.
Bad may be fought with a partner.
Oh. But do you? I don't have to. Well, Bazz wouldn't want to fight again, so.
Someone
survive,
else
I'll do
will
it with you.
enter.
Wait, I can't decide to do it by myself. I'd
You
prefer by
can
myself.
if you want. Absolutely. She smiles. She pulls out a dagger.
Okay.
Shake. She cuts the same spot again.
Okay.
She hands you the knife.
I would say Ro kind of wipes it on her sleeve
Wipes
a
it
little
off.
bit. Yeah, and then she cuts and
Okay.
shakes.
She shakes. Ro, your hand stings. She. And her hiss is sharper this time, and she says,
Oh, sorry.
"Are you all?" And you all watch as her blood is smoking, and like
Is that not normal?
Evaporating
That wasn't you who did that?
she just reaches for the knife and pulls it
Okay.
back. Puts it in the sheath. You win. You get 10. You
Okay.
lose. You pay 1.
Okay.
And she
Can I
just-
make can I make a
She
bet
turns-
right now on him? Are we allowed to make
She's
bets?
slithering away, and she turns around and coils back on herself so that her bottom is still facing away and her top is facing toward you. And she says, "That's fine.
Okay.
What do you wager?"
I'd like to put 3 platinum on balls.
You say that out loud, and 10 people around you shut up and look over. Her eyebrows, which she doesn't have eyebrows, her brow raises, and she
I have
says,
to pay 10. I have to pay the pot.
Well, balls, you're
I
gonna win.
lose. Okay. All
And-
right.
she
I
reaches
have
out
to die.
she reaches out her hand for
I
the
have a
platinum.
diamond.
Thanks, Ro.
I give it to her.
Okay, you do. Everyone's just staring at Ro. Okay.
Does she ask me how I want to be introduced?
Oh, sorry, yes. And how would you like to be introduced, Big Spender?
Row in a green bottle. And she says it loudly. She's feeling
do?
cocky.
And a bunch of people shut up and turn around and look at you and stare. And then people are whispering and talking back and forth. She furrows her brow and she says, "Interesting." And then she just slithers away. And it's
I
at
look-
that, when Rose says row in a green bottle, that a whisper is breaking out across the room and people are speaking with each other.
I look at Bazz and I say, Bazz, I just so that we know, I have a diamond and Greta has a diamond.
Who can cast Revivify?
Well, I can, and Greta
Do you have
can.
it prepped?
I always have it on
Me
me.
too.
You
And I
can
got a
cast
diamond as well. Just want to let you know.
What? Is
Sounds
Micah?
convinced.
Mike, you're muted.
I'm not.
I don't know what Zach's question
Wait.
was.
No,
yeah,
I'm
what
not.
was your question? What? Oh, you're not muted. I just couldn't hear you.
Zach, what was your question? Can you hear me?
Holy crap! Barbarians can cast Revivify.
She's not a barbarian.
Paladins, you know what I'm
somebody.
trying to say. I can't speak English.
We lost you, Micah.
Wow, Paladins can cast Revivify. I didn't
I
realize
guess that makes sense because they're kind of like a cleric.
And Craig has 3rd level spell slots. Okay, so half this party can cast Revivify. That's
Actually, the whole party
crazy.
can.
Ro.
Please.
As the first fight up. Also, listeners, quick check-in. Micah and Abby have quietly stepped out for it being really late and they're sleepy. So we're gonna, just for expectations, we're gonna wrap the episode up with a row combat, and then we'll resume with the next episode, which will be more
Never
House of Pain, which is fun because it's more
before.
combat.
A
So,
row combat.
this is a first. We've never had a solo row combat. Dang. Also, Jackie, just really quickly, for the battle map. So, can
Yeah.
you see where the crease in the table is?
The crease in the table is what? Maybe I'm stupid of where it is.
Sorry, my
I
arms
can
are short.
see it. It's at the very end. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
That's the start of the pit. The pit is
Okay.
huge. So
Okay, wow.
everything else, all the other clear immediate squares, and there's no features, like it's just one big square stone pit with a 6-foot drop at every side, because this is where they would dump the salt in and like pull it back out of. So it's just one big reservoir, and it's all
Okay.
uniformly shaped, and then it's got the force field around it. Yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, sick.
Do I jump in? There's no ladder, I'm guessing.
There isn't. And you do remember it's called the House of Pain.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you don't have to just, I'll obviously cue it up, but basically, as you all like get done fighting with the Yuanti lady, whose name we don't know, as she's slithering away from you all, she says, it is good that you all are participating. We've just lost our last contestant to injuries. And at that, she slithers away. And you will notice that there's no like real clear podium stand, but what there is they've taken one of the beams that has fallen through the roof and wedged it against a wall so that it sits at a harsh angle. And she just coils up it because she can climb with her scales. And as she coils up it slowly, she rises till she's about like 10 feet above everyone else in the room. And then her neck, that hood, flares out. And from underneath the hood, these red symbols flash on either side, just really quickly, like with red light. And you all notice the symbol is like a dark red with a sort of like haunting hue to it. And her voice flares out. And that like hiss echoes, like she thaumaturgically increased it, like. And the entire place gets quiet. And only the musicians are still playing for like tone. Actually, you know what? Musicians, stop. That'll help attention too. So the musicians cut out. And I really appreciate that Kenku like fades the music slightly every time. Mm-hmm. So she coils up onto the platform and she says, "Welcome to the House of Pain. We thought we were out of fights tonight." And there's like a murmur around the crowd, and you can hear people getting excited, like, "Oh, okay, there's gonna be more." And people start jostling coins and speaking with each other. And the room, which is already like, if there's a maximum capacity on this building, it's pushing it now, and 20 or 30 people filter more in from outside, being like, "Oh, okay, there's more fighting." And people are just climbing up on top of barrels. A couple of people put other people on their shoulders. You get the feeling that like the vibe here is very much like, yeah, we don't care if you have seating or if you can see, like that's up to you. And people are like jostling and pushing each other. And Ro, as you stand at the edge of the pit, like kind of queued up there to fight, you recognize there are some bloodstains at the edge, like right where you could view, and you realize, oh, I guess maybe people have fallen in the past. So basically, like, you know, if you're in the pit, that's your problem.
Yeah.
Because you notice that everyone's crowding together to see, but nobody will get within a foot of the edge. there's just like no one will get closer. And as she coils up, or no, she's already coiled up. As she's speaking to the crowd, she says, her voice kind of still thaumaturgically booming. She says, "We have our first contestant, and she is a fun guy." And the whole room like roars and cheers. And there's 2 boos for whatever reason. Just haters gonna hate, and
Wow.
potatoes gonna potate. But the majority of the room erupts into roaring. And Ro, you watch as she clearly has a couple workers there, really tough-looking people, and they're collecting additional bets. The fact that you guys have done some name dropping is really gonna charge up how much people are betting here.
Okay.
And she says, "First is progeny of the legendary bard." I'm sorry, Maya. I'm sorry. I accidentally stepped on Maya. I didn't know she was at my foot. She says, "Progeny of the legend bard, Rowena Greenbottle." And she just gestures with her tail toward the pit as her hands rise up demonstratively. And the room roars and cheers. And a bunch of strangers, you have no idea, start clapping you on the back and shaking you. Somebody just shoves a tankard into your hand. You
take a
just
drink.
finished one. Okay, you take a swig. People roar and cheer more. I mean, the legend precedes you. Yeah,
So
go ahead.
I'm at the edge of the pit, right? So I'm guessing
Yes.
she's wanting me to get in the pit.
She hasn't queued for it yet, but you can
Okay.
assume that would be happening at some point. Maybe now. Up to you.
I'm gonna be a little bit of a showmanship.
Do it.
We'll have a little bit of showmanship, and I'm gonna play on my lute like a little. I like it would sound like our Wonder Woman-esque battle music, that we do.
Heck yeah.
And I'm going to actually, when I do that, I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna use up a spell slot because it's probably bad, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm gonna cast polymorph on myself, and I'm gonna turn into my bat that I normally turn into, and I'm gonna circle the pit and then land down in the center, and then turn back into Ro.
Ro, make a performance check at advantage.
Okay.
So you play that on the lute. It's like ding 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 ding. As the magic flares out, you just turn into the fruit bat, and as you do, the crowd roars, and you take laps around it. And as you do, the crowd is cheering. And as you land to the ground, it's like a full 3-point superhero land crashing out of the transformation, and the purple mist just pours out around you. I mean, real like entering onto the rock stage pop star thing.
Yeah.
And
I got a
the crowd is
26.
losing it. That's freaking sick. The crowd loses their crap, and you watch as people start running to bet. This is people are in on this.
Cool.
And the Yuan-Ti woman continues, and she says, "The House of Pain brings you. Once warriors of the well, now fun guy. All is held here." And the crowd chants. And a chant is starting to break out that says, "Dolgoth killer, Dolgoth killer." And people are stomping and clapping. And she says, "Now, let there." And she reaches, you realize where she's coiled up on this beam. She's just outside of that like sort of dimensional space you can infer is made by that barrier. She reaches her hand, her left arm, past the bars. There's no barrier, but you can assume there's a force barrier of some sort of an abjuration, some sort of wall of force, if you will. And she reaches her hand forward and she says, "Let there be pain." And then she starts tracing her fingers through the air, drawing out little symbols, and she does. Those gemstones light up. They light up on her gauntlet, and all of this blood starts pouring from her palm. Her eyes roll back, and a little bit of blood pours out of the edges of her mouth as she whispers, and there's this red light pulls out on her fist, and then she crushes it, and as she does... Yeah, go ahead, Ro.
Oh, I was just gonna ask, as a player, if I could do... I mean, I know we're about to start combat, but if I could do an Arcana
go ahead,
check,
make a check.
what is her class? Like, I'm just curious what she is. Do I know?
It's going to be a high check, but go ahead and try.
Arcana?
Yeah.
That was a nat 20,
Oh my goodness.
and it's Arcana, so that's a 31.
Well, hopefully combat goes as well. So, Ro, I mean, obviously class is not like a
Yeah,
thing,
but I mean,
you know, and
yeah,
like a
you know,
barbarian's not
like-
even really a class. It's just like that's a
Yeah.
warrior who's strong and gets mad. But
Yeah.
the casters certainly
Yeah.
have definition, right? You put
Yeah.
together, okay, this person seems to have some innate abilities, so you bet there's some sorcery here, but also some aspects of this are getting kind of warlocky.
But I was thinking.
That's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
She's a Zorgi boy warlock.
Oh shoot! I wondered about the red. Now I'm scared.
And as she
Dorky
twists
poor.
and
warlock.
writhes her palm,
He really hates us then.
this little like shock of red light appears at the top of the chamber, and there's just this sudden pour of thick red fluid down into the middle of the House of Pain. And we're gonna go ahead and put you on the map. Ro.
Okay. Wait, Landon? We did a blood oath with a Sorgibor warlock.
We did.
I'm worried. I'm nervous.
So the blood falls down into the center.
Zach, which
And
one
yeah?
is which? Because they kind of look the same on my screen. I'm sorry. Gotta love God.
Yeah, they do. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, and you can make it the biggest one.
Yeah.
You can. Okay. It's with the Sonic memes.
Landon's putting Sonic
Okay.
Christian memes in the chat right now.
Oh no. Is that Sonic for Jesus?
Sonic for Jesus.
I don't know. I feel like somehow we're making God sad. So, Ro, as the thick blood fluid falls into the center of the room, the blood falls, and
Stop it, Landon.
sorry, the last one was Sonic holding a Bible saying, "The Lord does not consent." Okay. Anywho, oh my goodness.
I'm
Sit for a
okay.
sec. And where the blood falls in the center of the chamber, Ro, you watch it separate.
Okay.
So the blood splatters down into the middle, and the crowd like gets really hushed and leans in. And Bazz, you're somewhere at the periphery and can see in. Gretta and Craig are not far off. And the Yuan-Ti woman just hisses, "No one can help you now." And as the blood falls, it starts like solidifying and being absorbed by that salt. But then it moves, and the dark red adheres, and a thinner color lifts up and begins swirling and lifting out. And a water elemental separates as the water is pulled away from the iron and hemoglobin and all the other structures in the blood, but it still has tinges of that red blood in it, in this amorphous form of sort of like this like swirling central column with vague falling and reassembling appendages, and these general gaping features of like eye sockets and a mouth just falling and forming and disappearing begin swirling in front of you. And Ro, could you roll initiative?
Yes, I could. But I won't. No, I'm just kidding.
I could, but I'm not gonna.
Okay, that's not bad for what I usually have. That is gonna be an 18.
That's gonna be my. There's another combat song I wanted to hear, but that's fine. This is a good one. Okay. You said 18, Ro?
Yes, I did.
Excellent. Okay, and it got Not bad. Okay. Ro,
Yes.
you are up first. What are you doing?
Cool. I'm going to I want to I'm gonna do like as like a little whatever you call it, like the little thing, like how when you yell or what I call it. I'm gonna I'm playing into this. I'm gonna raise my hands and get the crowd to cheer or whatever.
Okay. I mean, they're going
Yeah.
nuts. The crowd is screaming.
And I'm going to the song that it's gonna sound like when I cast is gonna be kind of like I'm thinking of like when you're at a football game and it's like we will rock you. Like that's
Absolutely.
kind of
You're
that
just
vibe.
Bing, bing, bong.
Yeah.
Bing, bing, bong. And everybody's
It's the
stomping
crowd
and
clap.
clapping.
Yeah. So I'm gonna cast. I don't know if this is gonna work on them, but I'm gonna cast Shatter. At, do it at 3rd level. And just it's gonna be like gold and purple, coming at like lightning swirling around me and then coming at it, and I like as it swirls. As it swirls, like I like a little bit of dust like comes up around me.
Heck yeah. So Ro, as you bing, bing, bong, bing, 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 bong, and the crowd, Bazz, like the crowd is going wild, and Bazz, many people here are into it, but there is a guy rough and middle aged and looks like life has worn him to your right, Bazz, just on his knees, like kneeling in front of the battle arena, arm out like a fan at a Taylor Swift concert, crying, and he has peed a little bit, just screaming, "Ro, I love you." And as Ro is playing it, there's this, and as the lightning flies outward and courses along the ground, all of this like salt powder is like kicked up into the air, and it finally like all the lightning cracks around the creature. And go ahead and roll damage for me, Ro. And is it a Constitution saving throw?
No, it's not. No, it's it is Constitution. I'm sorry, I was reading the wrong thing.
It's okay. I rolled a nat 1.
Oh man. So they're gonna take 4d8 of my damage, which is going to be.
Is it bludgeoning damage, force damage?
It's thunder damage.
Thunder damage. Oh right, I forget that's a type.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's gonna be 14 points of thunder damage.
Heck yeah. The shockwave just rattles the creature, and a bunch of the water falls off, and some of it pulls back up to the creature, and it regains form, but a portion of it falls away. And you can see just slightly, it looks a little harmed. It looks a little lessened. Okay. Is that everything for your turn? I'm just checking.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Bardic Inspiration to that guy crying.
Okay. You just turn around and wink at him, and he just goes. You turn around and wink, and he goes, and he just throws up and then goes back to crying. Dude. And he's just sitting there, like on all fours now, leaning over, sobbing, just going, "Have you seen him in an alley, perhaps? If you're sure, you would have let out your strange mishaps." And he's just weeping there.
Poor guy.
Okay, on the water elemental's turn.
Yeah.
It is going to. 1 second. Okay, Ro, it rushes towards you, and it's very unsettling because it essentially just melts. It just to the ground, and all the water, which is at this point just kind of like a yellowy red, because it's lost most of the blood platelets, but it's still got some bound up in it from how it was summoned. Just rush across the floor toward you, and as it gets to you, it's going to try and hit with 2 slam attacks.
Okay.
Those were not great rolls. The first one's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
Okay, but the second one's a 10.
Yeah, that's not gonna hit.
Okay, so the first one is it bursts up towards you, Ro. It just explodes up outward. And how do you dodge out of the way of one of the attacks?
I think she does kind of a Neo thing and kind of, bends
sick.
backwards.
So, Ro, it's sick. You like lean backward and catch yourself on an arm so that it just bursts up over you and misses you. And as you feel really sick for a moment, you catch yourself on an arm. It's an amorphous form, so as it slams down the other side of you, it just wraps up around your arm and your body, lifts you, and you like catch yourself backward, and then find yourself being lifted straight up, and then it lifts you up and just slams you face first back into the floor, and you take 19 points of bludgeoning damage. I rolled high on damage.
Ew.
And Ro, as you hit the ground, you bust your lip.
Oh man.
And all the salt gets in it and starts burning, and you feel your nose go, and you feel the hot liquid spurt down your face. Your nose is broken and you busted your lip.
Quite lovely.
It's not like a grievous wounds thing, but Okay, that is the water elemental's turn. It's yours. This is the nice thing about one-person combat. It goes fast.
It's weird doing right.
I also know it's tough because I know half your abilities are built around utility and support. So
yeah, just a little bit. I was just trying to be, fun, but I don't know how to be fun.
This is very winnable. It's gonna be tough, but it's very winnable.
Sorry, I was looking at a spell I had.
Good.
Just
it's a lot to take in right now, and a lot of new stuff.
Yeah, and I have new spells, so I'm like, should I use them or not? Oh, they're right there, aren't they? They're right in front of me. I forgot about that.
It's also tough when you can't wait for someone else's turn to.
I know, that's why I was like, I was looking up stuff, but it's like, hold on. I'm so sorry. I know you're like, hurry.
No, it's okay. No, you're all right. You're all right.
You.
Is Bazz doing anything from the sideline?
He's cheering for Ro.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna just to switch it up. Okay, just to switch it up. I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
At I don't know. I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level.
All right.
And it's gonna be really it's gonna be creepy. It's gonna be siren sounds coming out of her as she casts it. Maybe it'll be kind of like the and it's just I want it to be so piercing through the sound of the crowd that it kind of makes people stop a second. And it's a wisdom saving throw.
This thing is not wise. Jackie, I'm not kidding. My second nat 1.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Boy. So I cast it at level 3, right? I said that. So that's gonna be 4d6 psychic damage.
Okay, roll. And is it just the damage, or is there any additional effect?
It must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you. The creature doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground, such as fire or pit. On a successful save, it was not successful, so I don't need to read that. Not very good at all. Yikes. That's only 7 points of psychic damage.
Okay, but which is still, damage is damage. So first, let's focus on this. Ro, as you bing, bing, bada-ding, 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 you just, and as it rings outward, the crowd is cheering, and then the call echoes, and what it does is it deep magic echoes. So it's and the voices fold in over themselves, and it becomes deafening and also quiet. It's less that your voice gets so loud, and it's all other sound just disappears, and everyone becomes jaws drop, and everyone gets quiet as you awe and as you do, all of the loose salt in the area just vibrates off the ground and moves around the arena lately, vibrated by it. And as you do, the creature like sort of like shakes through. And as it shakes, like some of the water falls away, and then you watch its mouth gape open, and it just gets away from you as fast as it can. That means you get an attack of opportunity with that rapier that you have literally never used.
I'm gonna do it.
111 episodes in, we are using the rapier.
I think I took it out one time for fun. I forgot how to do it.
You rolled a hit with dexterity.
Yeah.
Dexterity and proficiency, because you are proficient.
Yes. So that is gonna be the roll to hit is gonna be 14.
14 just hits.
Okay. And damage, correct? Is gonna
Yes,
be
D8 plus dex.
Yes, I
Rapiers
knew
are great
that.
weapons.
I knew that. Oh, I rolled a 7, so that's gonna be
It's gotta be my.
an 8. Which how does that even happen?
Do you
It's
have a
a
plus 1 in
water.
dex?
No, I do. No, it's an 8
Okay.
because it's 7 plus 1. No, I'm saying I didn't mean it like that. I meant I just think it's silly sounding. Like I took a rapier and
You're-
was like, I'm putting it into the water.
You're disrupting its form. So as you make the call and it starts darting away, you just like in one fluid motion, you push the loot behind yourself, and as you push the loot back on the strap, with that same hand you grab the hilt of your rapier and deftly, proving Bazz and Tello so very wrong after all these months, you just whip it out. As you do, you cut away one of the arms, and the water falls to the ground. And some of it moves back toward itself to reform, but some of it is absorbed by the salt and gets separated. And the creature moves as far away as it can. Now it's its turn.
Yeah.
So it has to use its movement to just so it rushes, and then it just rushes straight back. Does it have to stay away from you, or can it return?
No, it doesn't have to stay.
Okay, it's just
it
gonna rush right back.
Yeah, I figured. Sorry, Zach.
It's okay. It's hilarious. It's like you're in a wave pool of death. So it just rushes right back, and it's gonna try and roll to hit twice. Jeez, these rolls. 14 doesn't hit.
14 does hit. I'm
Oh, okay.
13 AC.
Well, that's true. You have a lot of other things.
Yeah.
So 14 hits, and then the second one's a 20.
No.
So this time when it rushes at you, Ro, you start to step back to get out of its way. Not a nat 20, just a dirty 20. So as it
Okay.
rushes at you, it comes straight at you, and you start to step out of the way, and then the form splits apart and reconverges,
That's kinda
slamming
cool.
into the middle.
That's kinda
and it's
cool,
going
bro.
to deal. Those are some bad rolls. 6, 7, 11, then plus. Also not great rolls. 6, 17, plus 4, 21. Okay, as it rushes back together, the first half slams up to the bottom of you, so you begin to buckle sideways. So your world tilts suddenly as your legs are harshly cut out from under you, and as you go slamming toward the floor, the second half comes back around, gets under you, and then just back over you, over the top. So you go, bam, like you tilt first suddenly to the right, and then are thrown suddenly to the left, and as your head slams into the floor, you see a flash of white light, and your ears ring, and the world is spinning around you for a second, and you've been concussed.
Well, that's not cool. That's not nice. So what is that? What does that mean? Like, does that affect if you're concussed? What does that affect
it's just flavoring.
Oh, okay.
And you take 21 points of damage.
Ooh. What kind of damage?
Bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning. Okay,
Bludgeoning
wait,
is the type it can deal.
Okay. I had to do math. Okay. Is that what
That is
you
its
did?
turn. It's your turn.
What does it look like? Like it's not bloodied or anything yet, right?
It looks a little rough.
Looks a little rough. Okay. Okay.
There's a complication here because your character is very built around support, but it's
Yeah.
interesting to watch you play it from a different angle.
Well, I kind of have a thing I want to do, but I was trying to decide if I should hold off on it or if I should just do it. But I'm down a little bit, so maybe I just do it. I don't know. Rose's gonna stand back up. She's gonna steady herself.
Okay.
And I think concussed-wise, she's a little dizzy. The room's a little spinny, but I think she's
Right.
gonna look up to the crowd. She's enjoying the performance aspect of this. She's having a little bit of fun. Maybe she's being a little cocky, but she looks up to the crowd and she holds her hands up, and she holds the lute up with it.
So
It's like,
you
And she
pick yourself
wipes
up
the
off the
blood
ground,
off of
bleeding
her
from you,
face.
and you're just and the crowd's all concerned, and then they, I mean, they are eating it up.
And I don't know if they can even hear me, but I say, are you ready for another song?
People are screaming and
Okay.
cheering. Some
Yeah.
of the crowd members are supporting you just by cursing the most
Yeah.
foul insults they can
I
think
love
of
it.
at the elemental.
Beautiful.
People are cheering for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast. It's gonna be weird and haunting, and I want to say, I'm saying what the song is gonna be first.
Sure. Flavor.
It's gonna sound like. Tell me if this is okay with what the
Girl,
spell
do
is, but I want it to
Follow your
kind of
dreams. Follow your
sound
flirts.
like a weird, haunting, creepy, like, but intense version of, like, with notes of like what the old song sounded like when I was trying to kind of play it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna cast. This is the first time I've cast this, and this is the first time I've cast a 6th level spell. I'm gonna cast Cry of the Old Song at 6th level on this thing. And I want it to be so haunting and creepy and just weird voices out of my mouth. Like, it's the Cry
Gotcha.
the Old Song. Like, I want it, if you want to flavor it because you know it better. But
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, that's what I would like to do. And it's a
Ro,
wisdom saving
not-
throw.
Not only is this the first time you're ever casting this is the first time this spell has ever been cast. No one's ever cast it before. 1 second.
Jackie, is that a 7th level spell or a 6th level spell?
It's a 6th level spell. It says 7th level. I checked with him when I took
Got it.
it. Yeah, he
That
said it
makes
was a
sense.
typo.
I think I remember that too, yeah.
It's 78.
Sorry about that. An alarm went off, and then the alarm going off somehow magically made my phone turn its volume on. Okay, so let's start one thing first. That's a 5 on the wisdom save. So we're gonna deal damage.
Okay.
So
That's
Ro,
Gonna,
as you
okay. Yeah.
hold on. I'm sorry. If you guys could talk for a second, I'm gonna have to figure the phone situation out. It's producing audio. Give me just 1 second.
Oh, okay. So that's gonna be 78 worth of psychic damage. And your allies, so Landon, I would like it to be that, because it says your allies are emboldened by the mighty song and become immune to the frightened and charmed conditions and resistant
Oh,
to
wow.
psychic damage for the next hour.
Wow.
So
It's a crazy spell.
is that, am I allowed to, since I'm in the pit, am I allowed to
Yeah.
do that to Bazz and Craig since they're gonna fight?
That means that all your allies gain that condition. So you guys
Yeah,
can go
and-
ahead and record that,
They also gain 3d8 temporary hit points.
which will carry to the next episode. So go ahead
Yeah.
and make note of that.
Frightened and
It's crazy.
charmed?
You're
Yeah.
immune to frightened and charmed and resistant to psychic damage for the next hour.
So Ro, with the old song, as you play it, you just boom, 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 boom. It's a very simple chord progression. Very simple tune you start playing. Boom, 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 boom. But as you play it faster and faster, the rapid vibration of the notes of your lute begin like harmonizing in with themselves and reverberating back and forth, and this one singular, these like deep minor notes just begin like folding in on themselves and reverberating. It's like a track being like laid over itself in syncopated time signatures, but instead of forming a mess, it forms this really elaborate interweave of like inner working like bars. It's so hard to explain, but as it echoes back and forth, the room reverberates, and the reverberation continues and builds, and the walls begin like very lightly humming with the same tune. Because in a way that Ro can't understand, as you play to the song that influences the structure of this reality, you are creating a convergent harmonic frequency with the atoms that make up this place. So so like as you're playing, boom, 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 the building begins, and so people are like, yeah, and then everyone gets really quiet and is stunned looking around, and the snake woman coiled at the top is just, her eyes are wide looking around, and like people begin like falling to their knees because their internal structures are reverberating with the song you're playing. As you do what it haunts them, like someone starts crying, you are like affecting them, and as you play, you just finally just and as you ring out that last chord, everything like pulls up at one moment, and you vibrate the salt so that it lifts and then just floats in the air for a second until it falls down, and the creature shakes and then just explodes and then has to reform back together, trying to connect. And Bazz and Craig and Gretta are emboldened. How much damage do you deal, Ro?
30 points of psychic damage.
Is that a Ro record?
It might be.
Hold on, I gotta write that down. Bro, I believe that's your campaign damage record. So as you play that last chord, back the creature just and pulls itself back together, and it's half its overall mass. It's desiccated. It's bloody. And do you gain healing from that?
I don't think so, no.
No, it's all the other benefits to your allies.
These, the allied creatures gain 3d8 temporary hit points.
Okay. Well, you got this thing looking rough. So, pulled back together. The crowd is enraptured, but they're no longer cheering. Their performance is too impactful for that now.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's past them being like, this is cool, and more them being like, what's happening here? The creature's gonna try and attack you twice again.
Okay.
Bad roll. Oh, 14. Just hits.
Yep.
Jackie, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
14 and a 13.
Aw, man.
The first one, oh, I rolled high. Second one, Jackie, I rolled high. You need to heal yourself.
Okay.
But you also have to deal damage. It's hard to be on your own.
Yeah.
So the first one is 15 damage.
Okay.
And the second one is 17 damage.
Okay. I can handle that.
You doing okay?
I'm doing okay. Hold on, let me do a little mathy maths here. So that's 32
This is
total,
gonna come
right?
down to the wire. Yes.
Oh man. Okay, well I am bloodied.
Okay. So You and the
over it,
creature are
but-
neck and neck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
If you got big guns, use them.
Yeah.
So
Let's just try
the
to.
creature pulls itself back together, and Ro, as it pulls itself together, it doesn't form up in front of you. As you're cheering with the like you look back at the crowd briefly, and as you look back at the ground, that water with still a little bit of blood in it is all around you, and it forms up around you. And as it forms up around you, some of it gets like up into your nose and your mouth, lifts you up, and then just slams you back down on the floor, and then dissipates and forms up in front of you again, reeling above you. It's your turn.
Okay.
I like this monster because it's very simple to fight.
Yeah. It's interesting. Okay. I'm gonna shoot a snuggle arrow at it. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. This is when I wish that I had the other curing spell, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cast. I guess I'll cast Cure Wounds at the 2nd level on myself, just so we don't have to waste a diamond if something bad happens. So that's 1d8 plus. Okay.
That'd be 2d8 plus your charisma modifier.
Okay.
Now, something worth considering is you want to, if you're ever in one-on-one combat, because this is the first time we've done this, if you're ever in one-on-one combat, you want to make sure that the amount you're healing yourself is more than the average damage you're taking per turn.
Oh.
Just something to think about.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I know we haven't done one-on-one with you before.
Sorry, I lost my dice.
That's okay.
But now I can't change it, can I?
I've never had you do this before. If you want to do the math real quickly and reconsider, you can. Or if you're like, no, I did it, let's commit, that's fine.
I did it. Let's commit. I'll be okay.
Okay, let's commit. I like it. Just a lesson for the future.
Yes. And
What'd you roll at?
I got a dirty 20 of hit points. I rolled
Never mind. That's
I rolled a
that's
7 and an
amazing.
8, and then my spellcasting ability modifier is 5, so 15.
You
was
rolled
20.
almost max healing?
Yeah.
Dude,
So,
talk about a
I'm
gamble
back.
paying off.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Okay.
Jackie, that's incredible. Okay.
I'll deal with
Well,
it, and then I don't
that was
really.
officially the right choice.
I'll move away from it a little bit.
That's attack of opportunity.
Oh, that's true. You know what? I'm not gonna do that. You're right. I'm just gonna sit there and be like, hee, I can swim 10 feet in you.
Ew. Okay. It's the creature's turn.
Landon's face.
It's gonna try and hit you twice. One definitely hits,
Okay.
and one finally misses.
Thank goodness.
So as you play more of that like old song, like the light builds up around you and begins sealing up your wounds, and the water like crashes out quickly and like slams into you, pushing you back. But the second bout comes back around, and as part of your song, you just like boom, 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 like dance around it, and the crowd's like kind of cheering again. But the cheers you get back they're stilted. Like they're too amazed to just be having fun anymore. Like people cheer for a moment, but then go back to being enraptured. You've impressed too powerfully upon them. Man, another pretty good damage roll. 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I mean, mathematically speaking, your heal was still a net gain.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now you just got to deal more damage.
Yeah. I'm going to cast Shatter at the 5th
Okay.
level.
Okay. Dude, a 2.
Okay, so that's gonna be hold on, 3d8, so 4, 5, 68
Oh, nice,
of
nice.
thunder damage.
Thunder.
3, 4, 5.
It's the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Would the water elemental count as inorganic material? Is it unless stone, crystal, or metal?
Yeah, I don't think it does anything additional to this. I think an earth elemental might.
Okay.
That's how we ruled it in the past. In the past, I
Yeah,
said
when we
that
were
earth
fighting those
elementals
rock
were-
guys, they were really cracking. That's gonna be 25 points of thunder damage.
Okay, mathematically speaking, this heal then damage gambit somehow worked out for you, and that's amazing. As you ding 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 on the loot, that shockwave again, and more of that water just sprays back, and only some of it reforms. It's starting to look pretty hurt, Jackie.
Good.
So its turn. Big
Yeah.
surprise. It's gonna try and hit you twice.
Okay.
Oh, I finally missed. 10.
Did you miss again?
A 3 and a 1.
Oh heck yeah!
So, Ro, what does it look like as you dodge it twice? As it's weakened, its form is stabilizing, and its strikes are more wild and just sort of slashing motions with its own body.
I would say I kind of do like a little somersault flip thing out of the way.
Oh, heck
Little acrobatics move.
So, Ro, there's a sudden burst of water, and you literally just sit down on the ground, kick over with your shoulders, and roll backward. And as you roll somersault out of the way, and it slashes by you, you stand up into the bing, 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 and people are just stunned in awe. The guy who was crying, talking about you, is just fully prostrate with only his chin up on the salt, just drooling, staring
This
at you.
man.
You've changed his life. This is more than attraction. This is you've become a religious figure to him.
That is terrifying.
Yeah, it's very terrifying. The man's not well. He's not at a good place. And then Ro, the second slash again, you just duck under it, continuing to play. It's your turn.
Okay. And it's still right there in front of me, right?
Still right in front of you.
It's like, I don't know how bad it is. I think I'm just gonna cast Shatter again at the 4th level.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I mean yeah. So that's with
Nice quick cast
Constitution.
revivify. That's so good.
I know, that's crazy. So that's gonna be a con save from you.
Yes.
And then
Oh my goodness, Jackie. I crap you not. Nat 1. This thing has had
Right.
4 nat 1s. Earl, your first solo combat's going great.
don't say that, you'll jinx me.
I know, I'm sorry.
23 points of that thunder damage.
Ro, as you play out that famous chord again, and the shockwave bursts out one more time with all of the purple and golden lightning just bursting around you for a moment. The creature kind of explodes again, and when I say it pulls itself back together, it just and falls and falls and falls. It is barely holding what's left of itself together. It's just kind of whipping tendrils pulling together at this point. It is so
Yeah.
close to death. It's going to take 2 swipes at you.
Oh.
17, 19. Both hit.
Shoot fire.
Save the matches.
Yeah.
Lower damage roll this time.
Okay.
Lower damage. Fine. Okay, I've been rolling high on damage. It's finally low damage rolls. For 8 points of bludgeoning for the first one.
Okay.
And then 11 points of bludgeoning for the second one. Are you up?
3 hit points, my guy.
Jackie. Okay, so Ro, as it pulls itself back up, you stand kind of. You're beaten up, but you look triumphant. And a little bit of the water reforming itself just slips under your heel, and you just fall backward. And as you crack your head, a little bit of what's left of the water picks you up and just slams you into the wall really quickly, spins you. And the crowd gets quiet as you just barely climb back up to your knees, bleeding everywhere. What are you doing on your turn? You gotta kill this thing.
But like,
You're both barely up.
How bad does it look?
Awful.
Like,
it is
awful,
barely holding its
awful?
form together. Like
Okay,
you awful.
I'm gonna.
It is barely standing in the way you are
Okay,
barely
I'm
standing.
gonna cast Shatter at the 4th level.
Like Rocky Balboa getting back
Yeah,
up. You
I'm
just
gonna
wipe the
like
blood
do
and you
this
just
with my bloodied hand to get the crowd to try to get them to cheer.
not cheering. Moved beyond
so
cheering.
weird.
The crowd solemnly and quietly starts going like stomping and clapping and drumming on things and this percussing on things in the room in time with the bum ba ba bum ba ba bum ba ba bum. So as you bing 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 play it, it's less performative and more like focused and angered, and as you do, the whole room is thrumming with. And as it all plays together, there's this one final bing 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 bing. Go ahead and roll damage.
I did.
What'd you get? Oh, I have to.
Yeah, you have to roll a con save.
Ooh, I saved 19.
Okay, so you take what, half?
Half damage.
Yeah. Okay, so.
Go ahead and tell me the damage.
That would be 20 points. No, 20. Oh, so it's gonna be 10 points.
Row. As you bing 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 boom, it goes, and the creature explodes apart, and all the pieces. The whole room looks up, and it does not reform. And you win the combat. The room finally erupts back into cheers again, but they die quickly. The tavern is not this one. It's more than impressed. They're really moved here. Did something to them. And so there are cheers, and the room is quiet. And the serpentine woman slithers down, and someone lowers a rope for you to pull yourself out with. And given how weak and how hurt you are, you get up a little bit and people just start lifting you. As you're pulled out, there's a bunch of pats on your back, and someone shoves a vial into your hand. But you realize it's not a drink. It's full of red viscous fluid. It's a healing potion.
Nice. I don't have to insight to make sure this isn't a fake healing potion, right? Do I need to do that?
I'm not gonna make you do that right now. It's clear.
Okay.
It's clear.
Okay, I'm gonna drink
The person looks like the half-drunk, barely cleric here. And as you down it, you take oh wow. 24 points of healing. I rolled great.
Wow, okay.
And as you steady yourself a little bit in the room, right, so your allies rush to you and greet you. And eventually that serpentine woman winds down off of the post, sort of weaves her way toward you through the crowd who parts in front of her, and she says, "Well, you're cut." She opens her bag and just starts thumbing it out. And that is... She hands you 250 gold.
Hey? I didn't expect that, honestly.
You get the feeling it was a much lower spot until you started blowing everyone's minds with all the performing. And then people bet like crazy.
Sick.
So, Ro, having won a one-on-one fight. Also, for the record, that's a CR 5 creature.
Mm-hmm.
So I know 5 is lower than 11, but that's intended for a party of 5th level characters. And you just beat it on your own. Anywho,
Guys, Ro can do some damage, guys.
Ro can do combat. That's pretty sick.
Who would have thought?
So on that note, that is where we'll end episode 111, House of Pain. And then I guess next time will be episode 112, Houser of Painer. Or Housest of Painist. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It'll just be House of Pain Part 2. But
House of More Pain.
that's our episode. Oh shoot! I need to level you guys. Oh my goodness!
Oh, yeah.
Forgiveth
Bro.
me.
Yeah, bro.
Give me uns sekunsk. Okay, give me just a second. breathe. So you guys gain 0.04 levels plus that's 5. So that means, hold on, I got to do my maths real quick.
This is
Quick,
for
somebody
both
say something
episodes, right?
interesting. Yes, this is for both episodes.
Bazz, what did you think? What were you thinking? Did you think you think you were gonna have to revivify Ro?
I was wondering.
Yeah, me
That
too.
healing spell you did literally saved your life.
Yeah, that was insane. I don't think I've ever rolled I rolled a 7 and an
Max
8.
healing like that. That was incredible.
insane.
It would have been -2 without
and
it.
then
Yeah.
and then another 0.045 levels.
How much total?
So 0.085, I believe.
So
Total.
and then yeah,
It
and
was
then
0.04 plus 0.045, so 0.085. Because it was 0.02 plus 0.02 plus 0.045, so 0.085.
so we're at
So
11.
0.085.
We're at 11.215.
Okay.
All right.
Guys, try to move through those levels. All right. Well, either who, that's the episode. We will be back next time with more House of Pain and more heroes fighting monsters, 1-on-1 or 2-on-1 or who knows what. So, thank you for listening to another episode. The Patreon be dope. We're doing cool things there. Otherwise, life is an incredible adventure. And listener, you are an important part of it. Skibbity wop dada.
Bye.